Hey, welcome back to another episode of Create Arcane Engineering. In between episodes, I siphoned some iron from like that tank at Old Base. So, uh, that's all that happened between episodes, and it seems that our saw has finished its work. So now, just gotta chuck in the iron and make a couple. Because I'll just make two for the moment, but I just pop them in there. Now we've got our nice little stream of kinetic mechanisms once again, which this feels amazing to have done. But firstly, our goals, I've just got two for the moment because they're vague. But, so, for quests, uh, we're going to be redoing extraterrestrial expeditions. And hoping to find an alternative. Because I'm Skystone catalysts are. I'm just gonna. The one I know where it is like 1,000 blocks away, and it's a mild pain. But so, yeah. Let's see. Pretty much their suggestion is either get a rail line to it, uh, or just have a new factory on it. Either way, that's not great. I do probably have access to make the rails, but I want to see if there's another way I can get automated redstone dust. Because redstone cluster is the way they want us to go, but I could also probably try and go for ore excavation, which would probably work. I could also probably try for witches. Hmm. This seems unnecessarily complicated for something. They really don't want Netherrack being automated. But so probably so we can get raw redstone. So I just need to. Oh, and it is night. Let's sleep. Now, I'm unsure if we have the resources for ore excavation, but I may get that set up because I honestly don't want to mine. I am right there. Yeah, but no. Automated excavations. So, yeah, this is. Well, that means we've got to get ourselves. Firstly, Silk Touch. I think we've got Amethyst somewhere. And we've got to get an Eye of Ender, which means Blaze Powder. And that means actually going to the Nether and doing stuff because I'm incredibly lazy and really don't like doing that. So I'm gonna see also what I need to make the drilling machine, which I have all the things to make it, and I'll see the ponder. So this one will be location dependent though, as well. Yeah, so just a drill needs to go in, rotational force, and then take out results, which shouldn't be too difficult. But I will need to see what things. So I think there's also some stones which can get converted into certain things. So this is going to be a bit more complicated. 'Cause you can get all these from easy things. I want redstone, and I feel like they have made it difficult to get otherwise than through the redstone cluster, which is what they want to do. So yeah, skystone dust, you need to get that, but hmm. I'm curious because I feel like there isn't really any way to get around it. Yeah, oh, looks like we're gonna go off on a quest to find ourselves redstone. Because I'm pretty sure meteorite compass will bring me to a normal skystone one. But I think there's also a nature's compass somewhere, and also I know there is another compass there is. Yeah, the explorer's compass. So I'll look at that one directly. And I may not have it. But yeah. This won't be of use. Yeah, but this is pointing somewhere though, so I'm just gonna follow this and I will see you in a minute and see you wherever it leads me. Okay, so this compass just leads me down here, which I don't know why, but it's just spinning. But I did, however, find sturdy sheets and a train station there, which is nice because I feel like I'm gonna have to take the route of using the skystone like uh core or something, like catalyst is what's called them. I was blanking on that. So I know at one point I had an explorer's compass. I've just got zero clue where it is. And I'm unsure if I left a chest in here, so I'm just taking a quick peek. Appears not, though. The system does appear to be filling, though, mostly. It seems to have hit something, but I don't know what, so I'll just leave that be for the moment. But since I really don't want to go exploring right now, we'll focus on literally everything else. So I'll grab some andesite uh, platforms, and then I'll expand out a little. And as well, I need to get better tools because these ones they're diamonds, so they're working fine, but I honestly probably could get better options. So, and I'm pretty sure that involves getting uh Tinker's constructs. Like, I'm horrible with the names right now. But whatever needs like the bricks. It's like foundry. Which I'll just make one of these. This is 100% sidetracked, but I've also got to get some clay. So I'll grab a shovel. And we'll head over to the lake. Because we don't need a ton. We pretty much need one of these per block, I think. Oh, I totally forgot how I sink like a stone. Seems like here's pretty close to the surface, so I'm gonna make a pretty big one, and I will need to make a new one for later things, so I'll just grab a, a good amount, and we'll finish this out. Got like an amulet which makes me sink really fast, so that's why I'm sinking like a stone. I keep forgetting I have that on. I don't know if I should take it off, but it doesn't really affect me enough for me to really notice till the point that I'm like actively just like doing something in water and then it's like, oh yeah, I probably should get this off, but just too lazy to. So, okay, that's 24 grout. And if we want more, we need to get sand. Just like we do have just sitting right here. Also, I may like move this forward one or find something because it makes these kind of inaccessible. But I'll just grab a funnel and I'll use our brand new oh, almost over 5.5 stacks of kinetic mechanisms. So yeah, that was definitely that definitely is working. Machine. I'll make I'll make two machines and I'll toss one in to make andesite funnels. I probably should use uh, a brass one to be faster, but I'll just see in a minute once I've got what I need. Honestly, I don't need that much, so I'll just flick this off whenever it hits 24. And that's it. And I just toss this in. We research a grout. Then we've got 40 of it. I'm pretty sure this, I'm not sure if this gives brick blocks or just straight bricks. So I'm gonna check. Okay, it gives the bricks, so I will And this will get... Yeah, no, this is nowhere near a start. So, I'm just gonna pause this and see you in a little bit once I've got enough grout. And I'm gonna turn it all into bricks and we'll get a smeltery set up. Probably right about here. So, see you in a minute. Okay, so I got enough. Oh, we're just gonna toss this all on here. So, yeah, that's cooked first, but we need to wait for everything to cook. So I got 2 stacks and 12, which is enough. So, I honestly just picked up gravel for a little while, got bored, went and dug. So this one, just have a couple bit left, so 140 seared bricks. So we need for bottom... I'm gonna start off with 18 of these. So over here I'm gonna center on the pole. So yeah, we'll do seared bricks around and bottom. Then for the front, we've got to do funky stuff. So we need a smeltery controller, which requires pouring molten copper onto like a thing, which means we've got to get a smelter, which I should have in one of these. So smelt. Yeah. Okay, so I'll make one of these. I do have one of the machines. So we'll just do this from scratch. I'm pretty sure I have stuff to do it, but I'm just not caring enough to go back. But seared. I thought I... Okay. I guess I already had some in there. And where I do not know, but it didn't waste a ton, so it's fine. So we'll need a fuel gauge. And a solid fuel source. Since we'll place that down. Place that. And then we need to grab copper and coal. Well, just grab the charcoal, and I did put the amulet up, but I'm also wearing diving boots, so I still go through water like a brick. So, yeah, and copper. I need 4 ingots. And copper. I can just melt raw, since it's getting melted anyways. And I'm also pretty sure I can just check in here and see what this will tell me. Yeah. Yeah, so I need an extra brick. Okay, so I will get one more seared brick. I take in here. Gonna put all those in. That should burn for long enough for what we need. So hopefully it'll last, because it's going down pretty fast. Do I need a full block on it? I need 4. And oh, it needs to be in a basin. So we'll type in, get seared in again. Do sear basin. It's already melted, so I don't think it needs the fuel. But we'll need both of these anyways. So yep. This should get us the heart. And it's gonna start telling me how to do this. I'm just gonna break it. I'm fine to lose that 1 ingot. So, tank and heater. Okay, I can't use the heater in this. I'm kind of surprised, but I guess it's a temperature thing. So what we do need to do is get lava, though. And also make sure this is complete. And we need 12 more. So I'm going to check how many bricks we have and see if we have 48. If we do not, I'm going to make some more grout so I can get it nicer looking. I'm also going to see about getting a seared drain in there. So, yeah, we don't have enough, so I'm just going to embed these in the floor. I think I do just need one, though, so I will just make... Yeah, I'll smelt just a bit over here. I only need 2 pieces cooked, so hopefully they don't take that long. And there we go. Toss that in, and then we need a seared drain. Okay. Also means I'm gonna... Actually, I need to drain off this specific block. So, because it's, well, the drain. So, I'm planning on making it tools using Tinker's Construct, which means I need all the fancy tables as well. I'm patching up this hole. I've fallen in it literally every time I've walked by. I'm at pretty high stress, so I'll probably add more stuff soon, but that's probably for later me. Don't get distracted. So, all I'm just gonna do an at. Okay, so I'll just make a crafting. I'm just gonna look up station. Because so I need a tinker's. So firstly, I'm gonna make myself patterns. Those are staple. I pretty much need to craft this by hand because they offer so many versions that it's hard to see. Okay, but I'm also pretty sure if I grab a crafting table, okay, I get just straight crafting table. Let's see what the station wants. Okay, plus that. Then we'll not try and make shelf. We'll try and make a tinker station. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna make a tool station and a weapon station. Okay, so it may be I think it depends what station you need based on like what. Okay, no, this one is the one I was thinking of. I do need the thing with patterns though. Is I need to find where I got that station thing from because I really don't like doing this on my own because I've not done this in ages. So I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole of how to do stuff. Give me a minute. I am mildly stupid. It's called Part Builder. That's what I was thinking of. So we make ourselves a part builder. And since if I place all these next to each other, I can swap between them like that. So now I can take stuff like this and let's just say I make a tool handle. I've got a spruce wood tool handle. But now I need to grab sand and blank sand casts. I actually grabbed them. I'll take them, imprint it, and now get a tool handle cast. What I've got, I think I have some cobalt, which is extremely good because pretty sure I may need to grab the books. Yeah, there's Encyclopedia of Tinkering. There's molten gold on a book. First thing I'm gonna grab buckets so I can get fuel for this. So I'm pretty sure I can also make armor with tinkerers, but I think I'm gonna stick with my brass. So, gut bucket. What else should I need? Because I'm just popping into grab some. Yeah, but there's also smelting. Yeah, there's mighty smelting and puny smelting. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna double check that I have books. That's okay. I do have books. Yeah, so first, I'm gonna see if I can make more grout. Play. Okay, yeah, I can. So I can get puny smelting. So we make ourselves grout. Toss that back in. I didn't need to toss in the books. So then we get puny smelting. So tier 2, yeah, it's iron, lead, silver, these types of things. But there's also slimy stuff, which I'm going to use as a binding. I could also do binding with chains. Everything has benefits. But since this is for combat, I want to look at like tools. There's also slimy vine. So that's just a boast. Okay, so that's ranged. So airborne is nice. Figure also like there's a ton of stuff that are very nice. I could also use slime stuff to get the over slime. There's also slime steel in later tiers. So I'm pretty sure cobalt is either a tier 3 or tier 4. So let's head off to the nether. We will grab our fill of lava and then head back. Luckily we've got a portal right here. It'd be nice to build a smelter in the nether so I could have just straight infinite lava for it. Okay, that was all we came to the nether for. Now 100% just flew straight past my portal. Yep. So, just gotta fly back. And load this up into the smeltery, load up the cobalt, and the first I'm gonna put in a couple pieces of grout to cast them on a book to get mighty smelting. Then I wandered straight past, so that Sky Island is nice because I can grab slimy like stuff from it. So I do though. I can hold 4 blocks, so I've got a bit extra. So I'll grab that piece of grout and that book. This is all pretty simple stuff, so I'm not probably gonna go over this much again, but yeah. Grout goes in. We can see it smelting. Yeah. So now it's a bit of seared stone. Just pour that in our book, and we get ourselves mighty smelting. Tier 3. Yep, cobalt. Gets lightweight. So it just means mine faster. And I'm nah, go back to the beginning. So we cannot get Invar, Electrum, Constantan, uh, or like pig iron, but we can get steel, uh, cobalt. I'm pretty sure we can get plated slime wood. Which I think may be good for making the handle. So I think binding out of slime vine, handle out of plated slime wood, and head out of cobalt. I will toss in our cobalt to melt. Luckily, it's kind of temp. So tier 3 is good. I can also get slime steel, I think. I'm gonna check how I get slime steel. I know for a fact it's an alloy, so it's iron. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. And it gives like overcast and over slime, which though that means nothing is generating over slime on it. So slimy vines are good. So I'm gonna grab shears because I will need them. I'll grab some more grout. Yeah, I'll make a bit more and toss it in. Get that cooking. And then some iron. Then I'll just need sky slime. I can definitely find on that island. So I've got seared stone, cobalt, and iron going in. Yeah, island is just this way. I don't think I have enough height with just this, so I will be grabbing my extensive collection of logs. Yeah, but this is easy to build with. Not quite. I'll build up some more. I'm just gonna leave this alone because I never have this place rendered. So we'll get high enough up so we can sprint in. We'll steal the sky root, then the sky slime. Yeah, they're allowing you having found these, but yeah, and I can get pretty much all that I will need for slimy vines. Slimy vines give the, let's see, what is it that gives it? It may be slime wood that gives overgrowth. Yeah, no, it's slime wood. So, yeah. I'll leave this island half destroyed and I will head back. After I grab just a bit more. And we just glide down. And soon we'll just land straight in our base. I'll toss in a couple slime balls. Then we just shift those down. Molten slime steel. Also, the values now I'm going to look at more carefully are what the harvesting tier is, basically what they're equivalent to, mining speed and durability. So, slime steel is overall better. I think it mines slightly slower, but it has higher durability. It increases durability more, and it has better abilities. May not even use the cobalt for, like, tools. I think I will use, I'm gonna use, skyroot logs, which I think will count as a slimy wood. So, I'll, I'll, hmm, if I make the handle out of it, it's, I'll do binding, because it has no effect besides its abilities. So, tool binding, I have no consequences. For that, I'll grab blank mold. We'll pour in the mold slime steel. So now we've got handle. And then this. And I'm just gonna go for a traditional pickaxe. And I need a pick head, which I'll make out of this. We just that. And now with molten slime steel, we just need to change it to that. We get this, which will generate uh over slime over time, basically meaning as I exist and don't mine with it, it'll regain basically alternative durability. It has very high durability. It's got pretty good mining speed, but it won't do well at attacking, but we don't need to attack with pickaxe. And it's got same mining level as a diamond pick. So now let's toss those away and make ourselves full set. So the reason this is really nice is I can just reuse these casts. Well, not casts, but like the molds to get them. And I think I will be making a matok next, which is basically going to be a mix between an axe and a shovel. So I need an axe head, round plate, and handle. So I'll add here. And we need patterns. So I'll just make these. Should be good. Those go in. Get a round plate. And we get ourselves a tool handle. I did not need a tool handle, but it's fine. Mistakes happen. So now, out of slime steel, we are going to make a handle. So we cast that. Works nicely. we'll have to make a head. And I'll make the round plate out of cobalt. Since also it seems like we just ran out of slime steel. So now we just come over here, get some talk, and we'll get ourselves this, which is gonna have more stuff and have about the same mining speed, I think. So I can toss away our old tools. So we've brought on a new age for our tools. These have diamond mining level, and I need to regrab the books. But I can add upgrades to them very easily without enchants. Because I don't have an enchanting table and I've been too lazy to get one. The answer to like half the issues I have was I was lazy. So we'll head back and abilities. We can see this, but these are the fancy ones, but this one contains the upgrades are what I'm looking for. So I can add a diamond and an emerald to each to make them better. But I'm also going to look at some of these, but slime's like the overforced is more difficult to add, which is why I wanted to do it on it base, but there's a ton of things. So yeah, that but we'll see. So these bonus these are all nice. The ones I want are just a diamond and emerald. So we'll grab ourselves diamond. We've got two, that's all we need. Grab ourselves an emerald. We apparently don't have any. Surprised we did a raid. I would have expected someone to drop it. Now we just have to go to the station, toss in our thing, and our durability shoots up by 500. And they gain the diamond little thing. So each of these have 2 upgrades left and 1 ability left. Abilities are very nice. So they allow me to add something like auto smelting or other things. But so yeah. We just add the diamond, which makes it stronger. I'm thinking of what to do next for these, but probably the 2 slots will probably be used for emerald and netherite, respectively. But these are a great upgrade to what we have currently. But I think there are some more upgrades we can get. So there's also like stuff like armor upgrades. Pretty much we can get anything that would be like I'm playing there, but upgrades for anything. But so these are ones that don't require. Mainly, I'm looking at overslined. This upgrade is a bit over the top. It allows me to speed up how these ones have just passively gain. This one gains, this one does not. But I can add on by just grabbing slime balls and free of cost, just slap them on. And instead of dealing durability to this, it deals durability to the over slime, which gotta have reliable sources. Slime balls, or it's not incredibly useful. Or I can just have stuff chilling in there and not worry about it that much. So these will mine really fast. They've got 2 more upgrades, so eventually I'll get emeralds, which, we've got a little while left. So I'm gonna just head over here and see if I can find 2 emeralds to just slap on. So we aren't really doing much besides just slapping it on there. So let's fly over. I did not make a sword because I've not decided which weapon I'd want because it adds a couple more. So I'm just gonna run into their houses. I've saved them from a raid. They better have some form of cash. Didn't get paid for it, so I'll take this as my compensation. They have a chest. Are they just poor? Yeah, I see a chest. And nothing. Yeah. So hopefully they actually have an emerald in here. I found one chest in this entire so far of what I've done. There's been one emerald. I'm gonna check in these houses. Not one emerald. One chest. Now 2 chests. Now these guys are just poor. They're poor. That's the only way I can say it. I found nothing in this village. Yeah, I'll check here. I already checked these ones. They have nothing. Well, I don't think I ever investigated what this was. And why not? I maybe should bring torches. But, let's just save that for another time. Yeah, it took 1 over slime instead of, a durability. And since this one has, overgrowth, it will just slowly gain them back. There's our ugly pillar, but we'll just fly straight past. Where am I going? I'm just flying around aimlessly. Well, here's another village. Is this the same one? No. I just found a new one. Let's see if they are equally as poor. Yep. Well, more so. They don't have... It didn't seem as bad. Maybe I also shouldn't be looking for stuff, valuable stuff next to the pile where they keep their soil. I'm probably just gonna trade if I run into a farmer. The most valuable thing I've found have been iron nuggets. And 2 emeralds. Thank you for your donation. You will be receiving no back payment for that. Just gotta fly here. And we'll slap an emerald on our tools. Just because. So now that jumps it up again. And again. So now these have got a hefty amount of durability, a whole list of abilities, and the only thing I can think to add to them later would be more Overslime whenever it's needed, and Netherite eventually, because I need to definitely get on doing that. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next episode.